Hey guys, how's it going? Yasir Khan here, and in this video, I will be talking about why you should not be flipping houses and what you should be doing instead. Now, for many of you who have subscribed to my channel, you know for a fact that I live in the greater Toronto area. I'm actually in Mississauga, but it's 40 minutes away from Toronto. So, in 2017, we had a really crazy bull market, which means that a lot of money went into real estate and the market got really, really inflated. Now, a lot of people made decent money because they were buying houses for $350,000 and they sold them for $600,000 in a span of 2 years. Now, that does sound like a very good return on investment. And of course it is, because the property almost doubled in price. And especially when you're using leverage, when you're using the bank's money to make money, it is really, really good because it amplifies the gains that you make. So that's well and good. The problem is that whatever goes up is more than likely to come down. And I also know many people who lost their entire life's savings in the downturn because, see, if you buy a property at $350,000 and you're able to sell it for $600,000, then of course someone is willing to buy it from you for $600,000. The issue with that is this might happen for a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 12 months, but after that, it's not going to happen because the wages or salaries of people are not going up to the same at the same rate to facilitate them, to allow them to buy property at such a high price. And for that reason, that's one of the reasons, but for that reason, prices have to come down. Okay? So depending on who buys from you and when they buy, they might see a good return on their investment, or they might see a huge loss. I know a couple of people who bought at $600,000, and after that, the real estate market went back. It kind of crashed in a minor way. So the prices for the same property in 3 months were back to $480,000. In 6 months, they were back to $450,000, if I remember correctly. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter what anyone tells you, flipping properties is a pretty dangerous game because in order for you to make money on that, you have to make sure that there's another person who will buy the property from you. And that is not always the case, especially when, in Toronto's market, when the market went down, people were scared to buy properties. So they didn't, some properties were on the market for 3 to 5 months. And that's kind of an issue because there are many people, there are many real estate courses out there teaching people how to buy a fixer-upper. So they buy a house or property, they fix it up because that house it needs repair, and then they sell it for a premium because it's fixed now. Once again, the problem is that this way of looking at things and making money doesn't take into account that the economy has a big part to play in it. If people are scared, they're not going to buy any investment asset. Okay, this is especially this is especially the case for properties because it's not easy to buy a property and it's a big investment, and people have to save a lot of money to buy this kind of stuff, right? So when the economy tanks, then if you are holding on to a property that you want to sell, you're kind of in a problem there, is what I'm trying to say. So if you look closely, you will see that every single person out there who is making money through real estate is not buying and flipping. They're buying and holding. They are investing into real estate and not selling it. They're just renting it out to a tenant. Okay? And when they do that, it doesn't really matter what the economy does because they are not trying to sell the property. They just want to hold on to it and live off of the rental income. Now, there is a way to take equity out of the property in 2 or 3 years when the property prices go up without selling it. It's called refinancing the property. So you increase the loan on the property and you take out the equity, some of the equity from the property without selling it. And as far as I'm aware, you don't have to pay tax on it because you didn't sell the property. Okay? So guys, there are many ways to get the same result. But please take all those real estate courses with a grain of salt, because one mistake and you lose most, or if not all, of your life savings. And I don't want to have that to happen to you. Okay? Do not flip houses. Okay? Unless you're really, really experienced with that kind of stuff. Instead, buy and hold real estate. This is what every single seasoned investor does, and the government loves it. So when you buy and hold, when you invest into real estate, the government allows you tax breaks. And the passive income you generate, it is taxed at almost 0% if you do things correctly. Okay? So there is a way to make money in real estate by flipping houses, which is not a good idea at all. And it has to rely on luck a little bit. And the safest way, where you pay the least in tax and where you build the most wealth, is by investing in real estate. Flipping and investing is not the same thing at all. If you think it is, then you really need to kind of get educated before you buy any more properties, because there's a big difference between the two, and there is a huge difference in risk associated between the two. Okay, so thank you once again. Let me know if you have any questions. Like this video if you found it valuable, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. Take care, guys.